Hello, we are watching the news broadcast daily and following today's headlines.
Conference 6 ways to accelerate disbursement of ODA project. Seafood festival opens in Phú Yên province. Tens of thousands gather for Earth Hour.
A conference took place in Hanoi on March 29th, focusing on reforming the approach to managing official development assistance infrastructure projects with the aim of speeding up disbursement of funds. Deputy Prime Minister Hoàng Trung Hải attended the event.
Deputy Prime Minister Hai, who was also head of the National Steering Committee for ODA and preferential loans, said currently there are too many redundant administrative procedures which slow down the process and hamper the distribution of ODA funds. He said he believes that the Steering Committee and the 6 ODA development banks need to work directly with each other to improve coordination, which will result in more rapid distribution of the funds into the projects. Statistics released at the event showed that last year Vietnam attracted over $5.1 billion in ODA, representing a year-on-year increase of 23%. Participants at the conference expressed concern that even though distribution of ODA funds is on the rise, more effective disbursement of them could be achieved with better oversight and management of the projects. They pointed out shortcomings in feasible study reports and consultation work, especially on matters related to technical issues that impede implementation and obstruct the disbursement of investment capital.
A seafood festival kicked off in Phú Yên province on March 29th. The event highlighted the central coastal region's untapped potential for economic development.
Addressing the Vietnam Seafood Festival 2014, Deputy Prime Minister Vu Doc Dam said the fisheries industry has become an important economic sector. He added that over the years, Vietnamese fishermen have made great contributions to building the homeland and protecting the national sovereignty of sea and islands. He noted the festival will help fully expose the seafood industry's creativity and determination and provide a much-needed boost to Phú Yên and coastal provinces towards a more rapid and sustainable maritime economy. Roughly 150 artists from art troupes in the coastal Central and Central Highlands provinces are participating in the event, which also offers an opportunity to promote the country's tangible and intangible cultural heritage. The festival will run until April the 2nd, with various activities including forums on aquatic product management and development and an exhibition showcasing maps and documents proving Vietnam's sovereignty over Trong Sa and Hoang Sa archipelagos.
Vietnam's pepper exports jumped over 29% in volume and more than 32% in value in the first 3 months of 2014 compared to the same period last year.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development announced that the US, Singapore and India emerged as Vietnam's largest pepper consumers, accounting for 43.6% of the total market share. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the country is currently the world leader in terms of pepper output and export volume and plays a key role in stabilizing the global pepper market. The Vietnam Pepper Association predicts the country's pepper output may reach 120,000 tons by the end of this year, posting export revenue of $900 million. Last year, Vietnam raked in $899 million from exporting 134,000 tons, or a year-on-year increase of 15% in volume and over 13% in value.
The Executive Director of United Nations Women joined a dialogue with students of the Chu Van An High School in Hanoi on March 29th. They focused on the role of youth in preventing violence against women.
At the dialogue, students share their views on the reasons for physical and psychological abuse against females and express their hope for more practical action to be taken by families and schools to prevent it. I think women nowadays should be stronger, and girls should equip themselves with personal protection skills. On the other hand, society needs to be more active to protect women against violence. Through this dialogue, I have learned more about the role and responsibility of the youth in preventing the violence. Especially, boys need to know that both genders are equal. Executive Director Famsi Lambo Uka, who is also the United Nations Under-Secretary General, said 1 in every 3 women in the world suffers from violence, equivalent to 1.2 billion women. She stated, violence against women is the biggest barrier to the social development. Therefore, all people are responsible for preventing this violence, and one of the best solutions is through education. Victims of violence should also be given opportunities to raise their voice and access equal rights.
If girls embrace education, they can move from being from the poorest family to being the richest girl, from being from the poorest family to being the leader of a government, poorest family to being a leader of a community. Education gives the girls the license to be the best they can ever be.
Building a safe, equal, and friendly educational environment was said to be essential for educating the new generations, providing them better lives, and helping prevent violence against women and girls.
Over 200 university students across Hanoi gathered at a conference in the capital on March 29th to learn about the National Assembly and its operations.
Vice Chairman of the National Assembly Office, Nguyễn Sĩ Dũng, described it as an open forum where lawmakers could introduce basic information about legislature, thereby improving social and political awareness among students via discussions. Andrew Holt from the British Embassy expressed his hope that the Vietnamese Parliament will further encourage students to pay attention to issues regarding politics and policy. He made it clear that the embassy will have more students meet and talk with National Assembly deputies. Many students voiced wish that the legislative body launch a forum exclusively designed for students, offering young generations a chance to exchange and improve interpersonal skills.
Thousands of people gathered at August Revolution Square in Hanoi on March 29th to observe the Earth Hour campaign and show their support for energy conservation.
Decorative lighting and neon advertising boards were turned up from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. in Hanoi's landmark venues such as Ngọc Sơn Temple, Tortoise Tower, Thê Húc Bridge, Lý Thái Tổ Flower Garden, Hanoi Opera House, and head offices of the municipal government and People's Council. Meanwhile, a large-scale rally was also staged in Ho Chi Minh City in observation of the 5th annual event. Under the message Action for a Greener Earth, the event aims to encourage people to conserve energy, raise public awareness about the benefits of saving energy, environmental protection, and adaptation to global climate change. During the 1 hour of saving energy in response to the campaign, estimated 431,000 kilowatt-hours has been saved, equivalent to 650 million dong. Last year, all Vietnamese cities and provinces took part in the event, saving more than 400,000 kilowatt-hours of electricity, of which 219,000 kilowatt-hours was saved in Hanoi. Initiated by the Worldwide Fund for Nature, Earth Hour was first held in Australia in 2007. Vietnam joined the event in 2009.
The central province of Thừa Thiên Huế attracted more than 650,000 tourist arrivals in the first quarter of this year. The figure represented an increase of 2.3% over the same period last year.
According to the Provincial Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, the figure included more than 270,000 foreign arrivals and 370,000 domestic tourists. Those tourists spent around $29 million, up 5% over the same period last year. Thừa Thiên Huế province plans to receive 3 million arrivals this year, of which foreign tourists will be 1.3 million and domestic arrivals 1.8 million. It is expected to earn 2.9 trillion dong from tourism, up 18% over the same period last year. Thừa Thiên Huế is home to the Imperial Huế City Complex and Royal Court Music, recognized as part of the world's intangible and tangible cultural heritage by the UNESCO.
And that is the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.